Hello, thank you for all those who are listening to the recording of today's session. We're going to look into how you can have your school onboarded as a Canva school. This is a part of a webinar series brought to you by EdRuption, available both in English and Arabic. Session in the past week was on Canva Intermediate. We also had a Canva onboarding session, a Canva advanced session. And today we are going to look at onboarding the whole school setup with Canva School and single sign-on. Let's get started. My name is Murtaza and I'm an educational consultant at EdRuption. I am also a Google Education Solution Manager and have 14 plus years of teacher training experience. You can find me on social media, on LinkedIn, Instagram, and X at Maker Murtaza. Today, we're going to look at firstly, what is Canva for Education? What are the different plans which are available for education and how your school can benefit with the right plan? So Canva for Education is an all-in-one visual communication platform. It's not just a presentation tool, it's a whole visual suite that includes creating docs, presentations, websites, sheets, videographs, and anything and everything related to visual design. What a lot of schools are already using is the free version of Canva, or they have verified teachers using Canva for Education. Launched in 2020, it's been used by almost 1.5 billion educators and 90 million students worldwide. And it's 100% completely free for K-12 education in schools. This is one of the most important slides from today's session, where we look at what are the different plans on Canva for Education. So you have Canva for free, which anyone with an email address can sign up for, and you have different design types and stock photographs which are available with 5 GB cloud storage. Then you have the Canva paid plan, which is for Teams, Enterprise, and Pro. They start at roughly around 48 dirhams a month for UAE and varies based on team size, regions, and so on. But what's important is then you have the next two plan, which is in pink, which is Canva for Education and Canva for schools and districts. So Canva for Education is anyone who can verify his sign up with a K-12 school. So teachers can verify their with their teacher IDs, appointment slip, as well as students with their student IDs. That gives them access to Canva Pro with education templates, classroom spaces to invite students, and basic AI tools. Today, we're going to talk specifically about Canva for schools and districts. This allows schools to centrally manage users, provide a single sign-on for the schools, automate license provisioning, LMS integration, manage Studio, and also control the apps which are available for teachers and students. So imagine you want to create a brand template for your marketing material, which should be used across all teachers and students, or you want to disable Magic Write or Magic AI for students groups. You can control all of those kind of permissions when your school is available for Canva for schools and districts. Very importantly, Canva is free, 100% free for education. So there isn't any charges, and today's session is all about how you can set up Canva for schools for your school, as well as if you're a multi school group, how can you set it up for all your schools? So let's get started. See the different ways you can have Canva for education. So there are basically two different ways you can register for Canva for education. One is very simple, same day setup with sign up with Google, which is what I will demonstrate today. The other is apply for access. If you're using any other SAML integration provider, identity provider, you can then utilize that. Apart from Google, I'll also showcase and share the link how you could to, if you have Microsoft Federation, you have ClassLink, Clever, or other identity providers for your school. Okay, if you click up sign up with Google, it will take you to your page, which will ask you to verify your Google app licensing with your user. Now, it's very important that the person who does that needs to be a super admin for his or her school, and also should have an existing Canva account. So make sure as an admin you sign up for Canva on your from your email address before you do the step. If you do option 2, you will be taken to a Google form which you need to fill out for your access. And I'm going to put up the Google form in the chat for you right now. So that's a Google form. It takes your basic details. Someone from the Canva team will then be available, will connect with you. That's a Google form which is available for everyone to utilize. And now let's look at how we can get set up with Google App Licensing. So you need to go to your admin console. In your admin console, you will have to go under apps. Make sure you have additional Google services switched on, and you have web and mobile apps. Under web and mobile apps, you need to add Canvas web SAML in your provisioning. So you can see the first one which says web and authentication SAML. You need to add that app. So you click on add, search for apps, search the name Canva. You'll see an Android version, but you need to select SAML version of that. Once you select that, you add that. So you can see Canva AI photo and video editor for Android, and then you have Canva, which is the web SAML, and you add that in your Google Admin Console. Okay, let's look at the process for the admin console part. So that's the Canva for the admin console. You set up the SSO provisioning. Once you have done that, you download it's very important that you have the name ID for Canva matched for that. Once you have done that, you basically, it integrates your email address, first name and last name. If you want to do role mapping for users, you can do that for teachers as well as students. Once you do that, you should be able to configure your Canva with Google SSO login. So done. That's it. You're set up with Canva for Google. I will be sharing this onboarding guide on the chat, so that will allow you to set up the single sign-on and so on. Now let's look at if you are a multi-school provider. So this is before that, let's look at if you are not using Google, these are the other ways you can then sign up for Microsoft Azure, ClassLink, and so on. If you're a single school, you will have a team which is the admin. So for when you sign up for individual teachers and students, usually the marketing team and admin team do not get access to Canva, but the teachers and students only get it. But with this single sign-on, you get it for everyone. You also have a multi-school domain where you could have multiple schools, and every school then becomes a team, and then you can create those teams and then have floating staff, central office staff as a separate staff and admin team. Okay, you go to teams and you can just share from there. If your teachers already have the personal access, don't worry, their existing designs will not get deleted. They can transfer the existing design from their personal to their school ID as well. So they can copy their designs to another team as well. You'll have different organization roles. So you have the admin role, which you are on, but then you have individual school admins. You can apply for brand designers for the marketing team, and you have the teacher and student role. Uh, you have to fill up the student permission form for students. So you can fill up this form where who can see, say, Magic Write, Magic Design, Magic Studio, content and sharing and publishing rights, and apps and integrations options. So you can fill this up for your students. Next is what we're going to look at is how we can have integration with your LMS. So Canva also integrates with all the leading LMSs in the world. So you can directly integrate with Google Classroom, both as a teacher and student, as well as provide feedback right from Canva itself. Similarly, you could do it for Canvas, Schoology, and Moodle.